Good evening, everybody, and welcome to OCAA Volleyball from Centennial College main campus on Progress Avenue at Markham Road and 401. And we're here tonight to see the Centennial Colts taking on the George Brown Huskies. And both teams trying to outdo each other with some initial cheering. And of course, the Colts coming off a heartbreaking loss. They were up 2-0 on the weekend and fell in 5 to Canadore. The men's team were down 2-0, but they did come back and win in 5 sets over the gigantic Canadore team. We're about 2 minutes away from the opening serve. And there's a good look at the George Brown bench. And there's the Centennial bench. A little overexposed, but it's a good shot anyways. Adriana Bento giving some last-minute pointers, telling the team to come out hard, come out fast, and win a couple of games on the outset. And then we're going to pull back for a beautiful view of the Athletic Center here at Centennial College's main campus in Scarborough, Ontario. And we'll take a look at the starters. First for George Brown on the floor. Number 9, that's Tiana Samuel. Number 4, that's Beatrice Villeches. Number 5, that's Jessica Barrios. Number 2, Ashley Lau. And also out there is Jasmine Walla, number 12. And she will open up today's proceedings. She will serve. She's a native of Scarborough, Ontario, a second-year student at George Brown. And we'll give you the starters for Centennial following this serve. Whistle's blown, and the game's underway. First serve goes long, and Centennial wins the first point. On the floor is number 6, Stella Dada. Serving now is Najima Soro. Also on the floor, Emily Joe, number 9. There goes the serve. It's set up, it goes wide, just volleyed over the net. Back Centennial, back for the spike. Spike by Taylor Leo. Soro retains the serve. Centennial leading 2-0. There's the serve, and a nice one. And the Huskies shoot into the net. And the Colts are off to an early 3-0 lead. Najima Soro is a second-year player, native of Ottawa. 5 feet 7 inches tall, and it clears by 6 feet over the net. There's a spike, can't be controlled. And the Huskies get their first points of the evening. Back to serve, that's number 2, Ashley Lau. First-year player, native of Toronto. And the serve. Controlled, Centennial trying to set it up. And the shot goes wide. And we have a 3-2 game. And the correct pronunciation is Ashley Leu. And the U sizes it up, just clears the net. Volley up in front. And it's just inbounds. And the Colts lead 4-0, 4-2. Stella Dada now, 5'8", native of Scarborough, first-year player for the Colts. Had a strong game versus Canadore. Nice serve. There's a volley in front, set up for the spike, rolls off some fingertips, kept alive by the Colts. Tip over the net. Just out of the reach of 3 Husky players, and the Colts lead 5-2. Soro retains the serve, and here it comes. Not a lot of mustard on that, but there was a lot of mustard on that spike by Liu. Librario comes out, and now back to serve will be Beatrice Vilches, a native of Cuba. And a hard spike. And the Colts win the point back. And they'll be back to serve. And back to serve will be number 9, Emily Joe. Joe, a third-year player, native of Toronto. And here comes her serve. Oh, and a harder one. Hard to control by the Huskies. They get back mid-court, just lob it over the net. Now this up in front, here comes the spike! And the ball somehow misses the ceiling. Spike back over, Colts go to set up. And does it go wide? It does, and the point is awarded to the Huskies. And now to serve will be Tiana Samuel, number 9. She's a 4th-year student. Oh, a little tip over there, didn't fool anybody. Here they come for the spike. Oh, nicely played by the Colts. A double roll over up in front of the net. Is it going to clear? There's a spike, but there's somebody back there to cover it up. Here it comes, goes over to the corner. Oh, does it almost touch the ceiling? Comes back over, just lobbed over the net where the Colts will set up for the spike, and there it is. Rolls off at 2 sets of fingertips, and the Colts leave 7-4. We're in the first set here at the Athletic Center. And the point is eventually awarded to the Huskies. Jessica Barrios now, native of Mississauga. And her net, oh, just graces the net and gets over. There's a spike. But the Huskies are able to control it. There's a spike, and the Colts are able to control it. And a little gentle tip over, and it drops in for a point. Colts lead by 3, 8-5. Heather Sanchez, second-year player, native of North York. Nice serve, spikes, goes into the net. Colts with their 9th point. And don't forget, coming up after this women's game will be the men's game. 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, approximately 9 p.m. tonight. Sanchez's serve. Double touch, point goes to the Colts. And unlike Saturday's game, all of the serves today are getting over nicely for the Colts. They're having trouble with the net and going wide, but it seems to be a facet of the game that they've worked on. And I hope I haven't jinxed them here. Here comes the serve. Oh, there's a little trick play, hits the net and rolls over. Timeout on the floor with the Colts leading 11-5 in the first set. Strong play by the Colts. I think they were really stung by that game on Sunday, being up and then losing it in the final set. And it seems like they had a real heart-to-heart and been working on accuracy and taking the extra step and taking their time and slowing down the play and going for the kill shots. Whereas on the weekend, the play was a tad scrambly and the service wasn't there. They gave away 10 or 15 points on the afternoon just in service. Timeout broken by the Huskies, who have fallen behind early. But as we know, the fortunes can change. And change they did for the Lady Colts on the weekend. Sanchez retains the serve, and here it comes. And for the first time this evening, and I hope I didn't jinx her, the Colts have netted a serve. Jessica Blondin, a native of Toronto, second-year player for the Huskies, on the serve. And her serve goes wide. Vicky Wong, first-year player for the Colts, 5'7", native of Markham. There's the serve, can't be controlled. Ball goes all the way to the back wall, and the Colts get their 13th point. There's a small contingency of George Brown fans in the stands, and they haven't been too vocal. And haven't had a lot to cheer about. The ball did not go long, and the Colts win the point. Wong retains the serve, and here it comes. A beauty. Set up in front for the spike by the Huskies. And it's spiked there by number 4. That's Beatrice Villeches, one of the taller players on the Huskies at 5'10". Jasmine Walia's serve was good, but the point was won by the Colts. Najima Soro now back to serve, with the Colts leading 15-7. There's the serve, a floater. Set up, whistle on the point. Here comes Soro's serve. No running start. Just gets over. And it goes over, gives a chance for a setup. Beautiful spike by Emily Joe, one of the taller Colt players at 5'10". And she spiked that right into the shins of the Huskies libero. There's a spike, but it goes long. 17-9 is your score. We're in the first set. Ashley Lau to serve. There it goes. It's over. Here comes a fake spike, and there's the real one. It's up in front. Oh, a little fingertip, and it doesn't go over. The Colts read that all the way, and your score is 18-8. Substitution on the floor. Oh, we're going to have a timeout. Well, you wonder what the coach of George Brown, Daphne Choi, sees out there. Seems that the Huskies have a little lead in their legs. I think she's talking about the urgency here, and not to let this game get too far ahead of them. This set might be out, but it's a long game to go. You got to win 3. I think she'd like to see a little more energy. Whereas the Colts are just playing with a bit of a swagger, a lot of confidence. Let's see if the Colts can put this first set away early. They lead 18-8. Sorrow now, waiting for the go-ahead to serve. She's got it. A 3-step delivery. Oh, it just goes over the net. Point goes to the Colts. Too much play in front of the net there. See if Sorrow can repeat that. Those balls that hit the top of the net and just dribble over are always a nightmare for the opposition. Here comes the serve. This one clears by a few feet. Set up. There's a spike, but it goes long. And the Colts hit the 20-point plateau. Sorrow now serving for the 4th point. Here it comes. Bit of a knuckler that made it over the net. Here comes the spike. It's still alive. A double touch there. And the tall Cuban with some nice play in front of the net there. The native of Cienfuegos, Cuba, Beatriz Veliches. Nice serve there. Bit of mustard on it. Here comes the spike. Played up in front of the net. Is it going to make it over? It does. There's a spike back, and it falls, and it's just off the fingertips. But it touched the floor first, and the Colts have their 21st point. Substitution on the floor. We're looking for it. Emily Jo comes off, and Tierra Lynn Rugbeer comes in, and she's going to serve for the Colts. And an angel passes through the stadium. It's just dead silence. There's the serve. Thought there was a double touch there, but play continues. Here's the setup for the spike. Played nicely. There's the spike return. Oh, nice save there. And somehow the ball drops right in front of Sanchez. Smiles all around. And the Huskies finally get the ball back, and they're going to serve. Tiana Samuel. Ooh! Ooh, just makes it over, and her serve just finds the line. A seeing eye serve there into no man's land. Huskies down by 10, 21-11. Samuel, nice serve. Comes over up in front of the net. Here comes the spike, and it's played, and it's volleyed in front of the net for the spike, but struck into the net by number 7, Jessica Blondin. And so the Colts inch closer to winning this first set. First one to 25. Colts with 22. There's the spike. Does it go long? No. Point goes to the Huskies. Some people in the crowd don't agree with that call. Barrios's serve went long, as you heard. And now Sanchez will be back to serve. 2 points from set point. 23-12, the serve. Can't be controlled, now a single point. Sanchez for the set. Oh, and it just goes over the net. And the Colts win the first set, 25-12. And let's take a look at the replay there. And it just shows the teams changing ends. Getting ready for second set action. You can tell by the graphics. We're having a little tutorial on. We should point out that this broadcast is brought to you by the students from the Story Arts Center of Centennial College. These are all broadcasting students in the School of Broadcast, Film, and Media, Digital Media. The 4 cameras, the switcher, the director, the graphic artist and the audio engineer, and the replay engineer. All students, 5th semester students. And not only will they be doing volleyball, but they'll be doing basketball, including basketball this coming weekend. We hope that you'll join us here and watch the games. We have volleyball in the early part of the day at 12 and at 2 o'clock. We'll have a nice leisurely lunch, and then we'll be back at 6 and 8 with basketball, OCAA basketball. That's on Saturday evening right here on this YouTube channel. 50 seconds ago, and the Colts are taking the floor, and some of them are dancing. An upbeat Colt team tonight. There we go, we have the 30-second mark, and we'll have second set action underway. We have seen every Colts volleyball home game And I don't think we've seen the Colts look this happy, this loose, this upbeat, and this confident in any game so far this season. And if you're a Colts fan, and we are, it's a good thing to see. Najima Soro will get the second set underway. Here it comes. And there's a spike. It goes long, just out of the reach of the libero. That's Maylene Carmichael wearing the black number 12. Yasmin Walia to serve. Ooh, there's a spike right in front of the net. There's another turnover, and yeah, Colts win the point. And we want to say hello to people watching across Toronto and a few viewers down in the Washington, D.C. area. Especially the third member of that party, a special hello to him. And we hope to have him up here to see a game in person, but not to see services like that. Ashley Leo to serve, and there's the serve. Oh, can't be controlled by the Colts. And suddenly it's the Huskies with a 2-point lead. They lead 3-1 here in the second set. Yeah, and the Colts reply right there. They felt those 2 points and they said, okay, enough of this. Let's get in the game. Tiana Samuel, oh, pardon me, comes to our end. That's Emily Joe. 5'10", one of the taller Colt players. And does her serve go long? It does. Beatrice Villeches. International student at George Brown with a strong serve there. Guess she plays back in Cuba. Ball dribbles back over to the Colt side. Whatever the coach said to the Huskies, it's paying off. Villeches retains the serve. There it is. Comes up to the front of the net. There's the spike. Repelled. Another setup. There's Joe's hit. Oh, saved nicely by the Huskies. Colts set up again. This ball goes along. And the Huskies increase their lead to 4. Here comes the serve. Comes up. There's a spike. Goes to the far corner. Did it? Yeah, yes, it was in. It was in. Colts get the ball back. Taylor Liu, 4th-year student, playing for her hometown team in Scarborough. Return spike is hit into the net. And Liu will go back for her next serve. Colts down by 2, 6-4 in the second set. Colts won the first set. There's the serve into the net by Liu. Husky 7-4. Tiana Samuel. She too is from Scarborough. 4th-year student. at George Brown. And it goes over the net. Rolls off of the fingertips of Sanchez. And the Huskies have some momentum. Samuel. Nice serve. Up in front. Who's going to spike it? Oh, kept in beautifully. Kept alive by the Colts. There comes the spike. Then the return. Oh, my goodness. Comes another spike. Great effort on both sides. Sanchez smiling from that hard-earned point. Her team down by 3, 8-5, and this serve just gets over the net. Oh, great double block there at the net. Here it comes again. Spike goes into the net, and the Colts are creeping back into this. They're down just by 2. Sanchez with the serve. Here it comes crosstown. Oh, nicely saved there. It comes by the spike. Oh, saved by the libero on the George Brown side. Here comes the volley set up for the spike. The libero let it go, and good thing she did. The ball went wide. And now the Colts are within 1 point, 8-7. Oh, and that goes long. And suddenly we are tied, and for the first time in this set, the Colts are drawing even. Can they go ahead? They won the first set, and we're down by as much as 4, but have come back to tie at 8. Serve goes long, and the Colts couldn't take the lead there. Jessica Barrios will now serve for the Huskies. Here's her serve into the net. And we're tied at 9. Vicky Wong now. Good shot there of Wong as she sees the setup. Gets a lot of power in that one-stop delivery. Oh. Play backs up. Oh, for the tip. And a little hi, how are you dribble over the net. And the Colts have their first lead of this second set. Nice serve. Could have gone long, but it's played. Oh, nice block there in front. Another nice block. Play a little scrambled. And the ball's going to go over to the Brown side. Alina Karplinikova, a native of Kazakhstan. Serves for the Huskies. And Najima Sorio. Very pleased with her play there. And even more pleased that she's going to get the serve, and even more pleased that her team is up by a point. 11-10. There's her serve, and a good one. Huskies goes to set up. There's a spike, but it goes long. And the Colts now have a 2-point lead. The Huskies looking a little flummoxed on the floor. Ooh, there's a nice save right at the shoe tops there. Who's gonna spike it? They do. Comes back over, volley to the center of the court. Here comes in the corner. Oh, and a nice save by Colts win the point. They're up by 3, 13-10. Sorrow save. Serve. Goes over. Ooh, little play right in front of the net. Here comes for the spike. Yes. And we're going to have a little timeout on the floor. And the Colts, after being down by 4, are now up by 4. 14-10. As we like to do, we're going to take you right into both benches. Our handheld cameras putting you in the action, showing you the action when it's on the court. When they take a timeout and they go into the respective benches, we take you right inside. And you can gauge with the mood, the level of tiredness, the emotion on the faces of the players and their coaches. Colts taking the first set, and now the Colts leading in the second set. Of course, it's the best of 5. And even when the Colts get down by a couple of points, it doesn't seem to faze them at all. Still a lot of smiles out on the court. And why not? Things are going relatively well. Soros serve. Oh, that double, triple touch there. Referee says play is on. It's off the net. Point goes to the Huskies. Serving there was Kelsey Smith. I was looking for a name in my notes, and now that I found it, I've come to realize that it was Jasmine Walla. Walla with the serve. Set up in front. Well, we have a whistle. A double touch. The official doesn't miss much, even if we do. Walia. Here's her serve. Good one. Oh, and it's almost saved as the Colt player, Soro, almost flew into the Huskies bench. We have a timeout on the floor taken by the Colts. Timeout will be 1 minute in length. Reached a different phase of the game. A nice rhythm is set up. I mean, probably talking about the trouble of controlling the ball, trying to keep the ball to the middle of the court. Maybe taking that extra step, anticipating the return volley. And the Cuban player, Valeche, she's ready to play. The rest of the team is in the huddle. She's at the front of the net. She can't wait to get this thing going. Walia to serve. And we're tied at 14 here in the second set. OCAA Women's Volleyball. Centennial Colts versus the George Brown Huskies in blue. Centennial white and green trim take their 15th point. Soro now. Sorry, that's Dada to serve. Nice serve. Comes over. Huskies crisscross. And then fire the ball long. They've done that on numerous occasions tonight. And not just long. I'm talking about 4 or 5 feet long. Maybe trying just a little too hard to stay in this game. And Dada serves up an ace. Which puts the Colts up 17-14 and retaining the serve. Dada loves to dribble that ball, give it a lot of hard bounces. Whoa, there's a nice return there. Colts again up by 4 points. And we have another timeout on the floor. It's a nice little sequence there by the Colts. And let's tell you about some upcoming games, shall we? In volleyball this Saturday, that's November the 17th, Sir Sanford Fleming will be the opposition. The women's game goes at 12 noon. The men will follow at approximately 2 p.m. But wait, that night, there's men's and women's basketball. The George Brown Huskies, the basketball team will be here. Women's game at 6 p.m., men's game to follow at approximately 8 p.m. So a lot of sport actions happening here at the Athletic Center, here at Centennial College in Scarborough. We're at Highway 48 and the Highway 401. Go to the far east end of the campus, the Athletic Center. Don't bring your wallet. It's absolutely free to come in and watch great OCAA sports. Dada serve. Here comes, we set up for the spike, but it's just a return volley. Here comes the spike. The center of the floor controlled by the Huskies. It comes back over. Volley comes over. Just send it back over the net. Nice block there by Emily Joe, anticipating the spike. At number 9, Emily Joe. Dada continues to serve. Colts up now by 5, 19-14. And it touches the ceiling. Ball is officially out of bounds, and the point goes to the Huskies. It's one of the newer buildings, and we probably should have built it another 2 feet taller. So we've had numerous balls hit the ceiling, and if it does, ball's out of bounds. That ball is very, very much inbounds. Emily Joe at the spike, and Emily Joe will now serve. Colts 20, Huskies 15. Here's the serve. Ball is out of bounds. Serve went wide on the near side. Huskies player serving is out of my view. That's in my view. That spike was definitely in my view. And now spiked by Heather Sanchez. Now Taylor Liu to serve. Good shot at Taylor. Taking her time. Gracefully serves the ball over. Here comes for the set, a spike. Oh, nice save by the libero. There comes another. It's over. Double touch there. Hey, ref, there was a double touch. Play goes on. Did it go long? Did it touch a Fleming play? It did. It touched a Husky player. And the point goes to the Colts. Now inching towards winning their second set. 22-16. Liu to serve. Oh, snuck back over, but played over in front. Here comes the spike off the hands. Colts with a 23rd point. And they can smell the end of the tunnel. Substitution. Coming off is Soro. And coming on is Kayla Louis, number 17. Here comes the serve. Plays over. Oh, nice save there by the libero, Carmichael. And the Colts now within 1 point of winning the second set after winning the first. Fourth set point. Oh, there it goes. It's saved in front. There's a save. Huskies win the point. The umpire saying the ball was pushed over the net. Tiana Samuel to serve for the Huskies. Oh, and it just makes it over and just inbounds. Oh, nice save there. Huskies win another point. They're not going to give up this set. Tiana Samuel trying to prevent her team from losing this set, and the Colts win the point and the set. 25-18 after taking the first set 25-17. And the Centennial Colts lead George Brown Huskies 2-0. Now a play heading into the third set. Again, the Colts make mincemeat in quick order. We hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast. And if you can't make it to the gym anytime on Saturday for either volleyball in the early part of the day or OCAA basketball in the evening, thanks for joining the live stream tonight. This is a production of the broadcasting students at the Story Arts Center of Centennial College. All these students enrolled in the Broadcasting Film and Digital Media program, a 3-year program where students operate not only film cameras but a complete television studio and remote facilities as you're watching tonight. All up to industry standards, a great program, great instructors, and great classmates. And these students not only learning the technical aspects of broadcasting, but also the team approach. There was a call time for tonight's game. The game was at 6 p.m. Call time was at 3. Most of these students were here well in advance of 3 o'clock to fully assemble the equipment, to test, to practice when the teams were out practicing, taking advantage of live sports action, and some of them have expressed an interest in getting into sports broadcasting with basketball and hockey, baseball being played at the professional level, professional football, soccer, all types of broadcasting opportunities just here in the GTA and across Canada. And now we're heading to set number 3 with the Colts up 2-0. The game just 45 minutes old. And it's conceivable we could have a 3 straight set victory by the Colts and have the men's game moved up from 8 p.m. to something earlier. So remember, at the conclusion of tonight's game, the women's game, there'll be a 30-minute break, and then we'll be back with OCAA men's basketball. Again, the Centennial Colts versus the George Brown Huskies. Huskies lead this third set, 1-0 until there. And now we're tied at 1. Najima Soro now serving for the Colts. There's the serve. Oh! Tried to sneak it over. It's a hot potato. It's going further away from the net. It's going to clear the net. Played by the Colts. Oh, saved there. Comes over for the spike. Goes right to the libero. There's a hard shot there. And the Huskies are determined to take us at least a set here. No white flag coming up from them. They lead 2-1. Can they keep it in? Can they keep it in? It does come over, and it goes into the corner, and it's up in front for the tip. Oh, and they can't control it. Volleyed back over by the Huskies. Great action, great spike. Here they come again, saying up for a return spike. No, it's just volleyed over. Trying to get the Colts off balance. Ball is going to go all the way back to the wall. And the Colts finally win a point. And we're tied at deuces. Dada back to serve. And here it comes over the net. About 6 feet long. And the Huskies, Julia Murda, starting this third set. Serves up for the Huskies. It drops. Who gets the point? It goes to the Colts. 4-3. Emily Joe with the serve. And it gets over a beauty. Volleyed in front. Here comes the spike. Nice spike there by Samuel. And Samuel will now serve. After that punishing spike. She's ready, takes a 3-step delivery. Ooh, ball goes to the back court. It's volleyed over, gives the Huskies a chance for to set up for a spike. There it is. Kept in by the Colts. Oh, kept alive with a block at the net there. And the return is just inbounds. Tied at 4. Taylor Liu. And Taylor's serve is over the net. Strong one. There's a little tap over. Kept in, set up for the corner spike. Looked like it was going to go out, but it didn't. It's kept alive. Colts are going to try and set up now again for a fingertip touch, and it doesn't quite go over. Vicky Wong couldn't quite control it. And the Huskies lead by 1, 5-4, down 2 sets to none. This is Kelsey Smith now in the game. First-year player, native of Brockville. Oh, and it just gets over the net. That definitely gets over the net. Colts are going to take their time, set it up for the spike, but it goes wide. And the Huskies now have a 2-point lead. Smith back to serve. There he goes. And it's over. Set up. Oh! Spike way into the net and came ricocheting back. Huskies with a 3-point lead. 7-4. Kelsey Smith serve. Up in front to the corner. There's a spike. Block there. Colts happy to win a point. Don't want to fall too far behind in this third set. They trail 5-4. That's 7-5. Excuse me. And now Sanchez with the serve. And it can't be controlled. And the Colts pull to within 1. Sanchez, let's see if she puts a little more mustard on this serve. It's up, and she does, and it's over. Almost touches the ceiling. 1, 2, 3 volleys into the net. We're tied at 7. Sanchez continues to serve for the Colts. And it's up. It's just over. And the Colts pull ahead by a point. First lead of this third set. They lead 8-7. Sanchez can serve all night long if we're going to win points like this. Another strong serve just over the top of the net. Here comes the tap. Gives a chance for the Colts to set up. Oh, nice block at the net there by the Huskies. Here it comes, spike by over. It's set up in front for a spike. Oh, and a great save there. Comes over to the corner. Here comes the save. It goes up. It goes up. Here comes the spike. That's the third. They got to keep it going. Second, here it comes. It's volleyed over the net. Volleyed up to the net. Who's going to spike it? They do. It's saved. Long sequence here. And you know who won that? The Huskies. Kelsey Smith with the winning spike there. Colts up 9-7. Make that 9-8. Four timeouts remaining in this set. There's a serve. Unusual serve. No steps whatsoever. Just hit from a stationary point. Vicky Wong now. Serving again. She loves to spank that ball prior to serving it up. Will bounce it numerous times. A two-step delivery, and it goes into the net. Colts 10. Huskies 9. Serve, volley, spike, blocked. But the ball dropped after the block. And the Colts get their 2-point lead back. Colts methodically marching their way to a 3 straight set victory tonight. They have a long way to go. And certainly the Huskies think that as they win a point there, making it 11-10. Ashley Leou back to serve. There it is. And we're tied at 11. As the dribble tip did not even make it over the net there for the Colts. Liu well back, 1, 2, 3, 4 step delivery. That's tipped over. They can't control it. The Colts win the point and get the ball back. Dada now. Number 8 for the Colts. First-year player. 3-step delivery. It's over. Beautiful serve. Knock back over. Spike in front. Oh, saved there by the libero. Comes over. Hot potato is spiked. And we're knotted at 12. Julia Murda. 5'10", native of Mississauga. Their serve goes halfway to Mississauga. Emily Jo will now get the ball for the Colts, leading 13-12. There it goes, one volley, step in front of the net. Here comes a tip over the net. Colts control it, set up for the spike. There it is, saved by the Huskies. Crisscross pattern, there's a spike. Is it in? Is it in? It is in. 13 on the line. That's a seeing eye shot there. Tiana Samuel serving to try to take the lead in this third set. And they do. For the first time in a while, the Huskies back in the lead. Samuel serve, makes it over. And a little bit of a brain cramp there Two Colts players thinking that each other was going to play the ball. Generally, the player where the ball's in front of the player will play it. Oh! And the serve hits her own player in the head. Jasmine Walia was not expecting that. And the ball was served and hit her in the side of the head, but she seems to be okay. Ball dribbles over. It's out in front of the net. Here comes a spike. And it's saved there. It goes into the scorer's table. Colts tied at 15. Taylor Liu, serve. Does it go wide? It does. And the Colts giving points away, something they were doing none of during the first two sets. Kelsey Smith now. Brockville native, plays it there. Just volleyed up to the net. Does it go wide? It does not. It's in. And the Huskies up by 2 in this third set. Trying to extend the length of this game. And they're well underway in doing that. Double touch on the Colts player. We have a timeout on the floor. That's probably the happiest that we've seen the Huskies leave the floor this evening. They're up by 3, 18-15. And the Colts probably just need a little breather here. They can win this game with 10 straight points or be the first to get to 10 points before the Huskies get their 7 to force it to a 4th set. A lot of the men players come in sitting in the bleachers and encouraging their respective women's teams on. Strong play here by a number of players on both sides. You have to be impressed with Taylor Smith and Julia Murda. Beatriz Villeches, who is just taken off of the floor, number 4. And the usual suspects on the Colts, that being Dada and Soro and Wong and Sanchez. All are on the floor right now for the Colts. Coach Bento thinks playing her best players on the floor and try and put this out of reach. Here comes the spike. Blocked at the net. Wow. Alina Karpanova, number 8, with a great block there. Here comes the serve. It comes up, gentle finger touch. Oh, great block there. Kept alive by the Colts. Volleyed back over. Are they going to spike it? Yes, they are, but it's saved. There's a spike over to an open part of the court. Rolls off of a fingertip of the Husky player. And the Colts pulled to within 6, to within 3. Huskies need 6 to win this set. Sanchez with the serve. Up in front. Nice save in the backcourt there. Here's a return. Rolls off of 2 sets of Huskies players. Colts have a nice little roll going here. Can they keep it going? Heather Sanchez. And the George Brown fans in the stands trying to encourage their team to maintain the lead. Oh, there's a spike there off of the net. Double touch. And the Colts have now tied it up at 19. There is a timeout on the floor. And the Colts, after being down by 4 points, have now fought their way back. And now it's a race to the finish line. Going to 25 here. Both teams needing 6 points to win the set. If the Colts win the set, they win the game. And they would win the game in 3 straight sets. And we'll hear how the Colts fans in the audience will try to match the George Brown fans in the audience. They've been quite vocal, trying to encourage their team on. Both teams now retaking the floor. Timeout time has elapsed. 2 more timeouts remaining in this third quarter. In this set, pardon me. We do both basketball and volleyball, folks. Sometimes we get a little confused here with the terminology. I'm not confused to tell you that that is Heather Sanchez now serving for the Colts, and there it goes. Oh, a little sneak tap over there. Comes back over. Set up volley. There's a tip over. And it goes wide. And the first team to score 20 are the Huskies. Karplova's service goes long. We're tied at 20. Sanchez now to serve. No, it's now going to be Kayla Liui, who is just subbed in. There it is. There's her serve. Up to the net. There's a volley just sent over. There's a tap. Oh, it's almost spiked on beyond, but a nice save by Karplova. It comes over. It goes long. Colts smelling blood. Up 21-20. Just 4 points to take this game. Kayla Louie, 5'6", first-year player out of Pickering, serves. Huskies try to serve it up. It bounces back. And as predicted, the Colts on a nice little roll here. Timeout on the floor. Will the Colts keep the same players on the floor to come back and try to polish off the Huskies? Just needing 3 points. Should tell you all the coaching staff on George Brown. Head coach is Daphne Choi in her second year. Anthony Fong, who you see there, is the assistant coach in his first year. Timothy Tan, his first year. Matthew Moya, his first year. Sarah Hua, another assistant coach, first year. Athletic therapist is Danielle Tobias. The manager is Jorge Cordero, doing that for the third year. And of course, we all know Adriana Bento in her first year, head coach of the Colts. Assistant coach is Charlotte Sider, and Everest Fabro Valdez in his third year. Kayla Louie now 2, serve down by 3 to win this third set. Ooh, the return comes over here. Goes with the tip. Can't be controlled. Colts 2 points down. And the Let's Go Huskies chant starts, but the Colts are the team on the roll here. Here's Louis' serve. High and soft. It's set up in front. Oh, nice save there by the Colts. Spiked over, goes long. Huskies down by 2. This is Walia. Colts win the point. And they're down by 1 point. Win this point, and the plump person is singing. It comes up in front. There's a spike block. And the Colts win 25-21. A nice set by the Huskies, but the Colts on 3 straight sets win the game. 3 sets love. Now don't go away. In 30 minutes time we will have men's action. Men's action at approximately 7:45. The schedule is at 8 p.m. Stay on this YouTube channel and we will see what will transpire. But men's OCAA volleyball action between George Brown and the home Centennial Colts coming up in 30 minutes time. Stay tuned.